Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Salesforce real-time scenario series. Today we are going to discuss about to the another real-time scenario on the LWC components. So here is the our use case. As a user want to enter by the phone number. Based on that, we need to get it by the customer details, and we have to displayed by the user can able to enter by the product name. They can able to select by the product name, and they can able to enter by the quantity. And after that, click on to the add button, that we have to display by the selected product name and quantity. So we have to add it by the list of the products with respect to the quantities, and all those details we have to display it into the particular table. And finally they click onto the save button. We can able to create the sales order and sales order line items records. Okay, so and finally we have to display it by the success show toast message to the end user. Okay, so this is the our use case. So this is the our in detail of the business scenario. So what we have discussed now, based on that, so we have the user can able to enter by the phone number. Based on that, we can able to retrieve by the customer information. And here we have to displayed by the product name and quantity. Based on that, we can display it by the after click on the add button. We have to display by the product name, quantity, price, and total amount. For example, quantity is the 2, price is the 2,000, right? Total amount. We have to display by the total amount. And additionally, we have to display by the number of products in the grand total, and we have to display by the number of products and total quantity and grand total. And finally we have to display by the cancel and save buttons. If you click onto the save button, we can able to create the sales order and sales order line items records. And finally we have to display by the success toast message. Okay, so this is the acceptance criteria. Before going to the acceptance criteria, I will show you the output what we are going to develop by the in this video. So before going to see the output, let me show you that is. So here, um initially I will show you the data models. So we have the sales customers. Okay, so we are already created some sales customer. For example, we have the one of the sales customer information. So here we have to able to create by the new sales customer as well. So what is the customer name, phone number, and email? These are all the values we can able to save it. Okay, this is the existing record. So in this we are given by the information. So this is the sales customer object name. In this, this is the customer object. This is the mainly customer object. So customer name, customer type, phone number, and email address we are given by the here the information. Now user can able to create by the multiple sales order background data model. Actually here I am going to create by the one sales order. So for example, here I am going to give it by the order status is the placed, and order date is the today date I am giving to the here. So this is the related to the this sales customer. So now here we have to save that. So after that it is saved. Let's come to the here latest one. So we have the 39. So now this is the sales order record. Now here we have to create it by the sales order line items to the this sales order. Okay, so here we have to the click on to the new. Already we have the product object. In that product object we have the hold by our products. So let's select by the del sorry, quantity to discount something. If you not ignore, we can. Okay, so based on this, automatically we have the calculated by the total amount as well. So click on save. See here, this is the one record we have this saved. Okay, so actually here we have the product name, product price we are fetching from the product object. So here price into, so we have the given by the quantity to na total amount is the this one. Those this is the data model in the background. So sales customer is the first object, then child object is the sales orders, then another child object is the sales order line items, another child object is the sales order line items. Okay, once again I'm repeating, sales customer child object is the sales orders child object is the sales order line item. This is the data model. So this is the process, right? But we a user can able to quickly create it by the one record. So with the sales order and sales order multiple records, right? So that's why here we have to take it by the one functionality developed for this user quickly created by the number of the records. So for example, here user can able to enter by the phone number 8886047776. So once we click onto the here, we can able to display it by the user information based on this phone number. So now here we have to display it by the customer information, partner and email and active status. Then user can able to select by the product name and quantity. Here we have the separate section. This is the separate lightning cord. This is the separate lightning cord. Okay. So now here we can able to add button as well. Once we click on that, this will be the able in adding into the list. Why? Because they can able to select by the multiple products. So for example, here they can select by the Dell. So once we have to select by the here, Dell immediately populated by the price. This Dell price, 1 unit price will be the populated by the here. So click on here, we are going to select by the 2 or 3 or quantity here. Click on to the add. When I click on to the add button here displayed by the another section. In that section displayed by the this information in the table format. So click on add. Once we click on to the add, we are added by the Dell. Price is the unit price is this one and quantity is this. Total amount is the price into quantity. And at the same time here we have to display by the separate table. This is the user is asking in the separate table they have to display by the this one including the product this one. So total quantity, grand total and number of products, separate total they are expecting to the user. So here we have to display how many products we are selected at present 1, total quantity 3, total amount is this one. Now user can select the here another product Lenovo iPad. We have to select by the 2. Click on add. See here Lenovo iPad unit price, quantity and total amount. So this is the each product wise total amount. This is the finally we need to pay by the amount grand total. So total products is the 2, 1 and 2, right? And total quantity is the 3 plus 2, 5. And this is the sum of the this total amount. So this is the use case. Okay, now here we click on to the save button. We can able to create by the new sales order and sales order line items records in the background. User can able to here 2 line items. Now 2 line items will be the created by the background. Before click on to the save button here, you have to observe when I click on to the add button, now automatically these two also be the null. So for example, now I am going to select by the HP 2. When I click on to the add button, this information will be saved by the here and at the same time, we can clear this information as well. So click on add. See here, you have to observe, right? So total 3, total quantity is the 7, total amount is this one, grand total. Okay. So finally, I'm clicking onto the save button. Once we click onto the save button, in background, sales order and sales order line items will be the created and this sales order is the associated to this customer as well. This customer as well. Okay, so once we click onto the save button, after that we have to the hide by this information as well, product details section. And here user can expected by the client is expecting to us to the show toast message successfully created by the sales order records. Okay, so let's click on save. So this is the some alert messages. See here, successfully created sales order records. Okay, let's come to the here in the customer object now. Sales customer. Earlier, I think we have seen the 31 record, right? Now we have to see by the 32 record. So sales customer. Automatically associated to the newly created sales order record as well. So I think 40. Okay, sorry, 39 earlier one. Now is the 40. So now 40th record is created. See here, total items is the 3, total quantity is the 7, total amount is the mapped same to the here. Okay, so and come to the here, you have to observe 3 line items will be the created. Dell Lenovo iPad HP 322. We are given this information as well. Okay, so this is the functionality. This is the functionality. When we click onto the save button, automatically record will be the saved into the database. Okay, so in this we have to expecting by one more option also, cancel button. Once we click onto the here, user don't want to save the any record. Once we click onto the cancel, this section will be the hidden. So this is the our use case. This is the our use. Once we click on the cancel button, simply hide the product list. Okay, this is the our use case. Okay, I hope it's clear what is the use case the here. Let's discuss to the acceptance criteria. So acceptance criteria is the customer details what we have discussed in the same input field, phone number based. We need to get it by the customer name, address or contact information. We have to display by on clicking on the submit button, and product information we have to display by the product name and quantities. Once we click on to the add button, we have to display by the product name, quantity, price for the unit, and total amount. This is the quantity into price, right? Yeah. And aggregate information, we have the number of the products, total quantity, and grand total amount, selected items. And finally, we have the add buttons, right? Once we click on to the save button, we have to displayed by the, successfully created by the record into the database with the sales order, that is the selected customer, and sales order line items is the link to the this sales order. And once we click on to the cancel button, just we have to reset by the all the enter information. Okay, so finally we have to created the record into the database, and we have to display by the toast messages, display the toast message upon the creation of the record. If it is the failure also, we can display by the error messages as well. After that, we can hide the that product information. Okay, after click onto the save button, we have the hide right below the product informations. Okay, so here we have to the refresh by the page. So okay, let's that is already we have discussed, right? So 888-604-777-6. So once here we can select by the product name. So here we have to display by the information on this one. Okay, so this is the overall of the business scenario and use case. Let's discuss to the how we are going to implement it by the this business scenario step by step. So before going to that, after completion of the this video, you have to learn the objective. What are the learning object after completion of the this use case or this video? So what you have to learn to the in this, so how to capture the phone number and how to pass to that data to the javascript. That phone number we are going to pass it to our apex class, right? So based on that phone number, apex class will be the return to the data, right? Aura enabled catchable equals to true, wire method if you are using, otherwise you can ignore this one. Okay, based on this, we can return by the that sales customer information. That sales customer information we are going to display by the in the UI with the page layout format. We are going to use the proper structuring. We are displaying by the information. So how to utilize it by the layouts and SLDS. And we have to the rendering by the this information. Once we click on the submit button only, we need to display it by the customer information. So this is the conditionally rendering to the customer information. When you click onto the submit button only, this information is the populated, right? That is the conditionally rendering. How we are going to do that is, and how to call the one component to the another component. Actually here, this is the one component, this is the another component. Sales order, product details, these are all the another component actually. So as for the best practices, we are going to write the multiple components now. So here how to call the one component to the another component, and how to pass the data from the one component to the another component. We know, right? We need to use it for the API decorator when we want to pass it to the data from the one component to the another component, and how to utilize to the some HTML table. So here we have to display by the data into the HTML table format now. So how we are going to utilize to the HTML table, and in this we have to use it for the some lightning data services, lightning record edit form. So here we are selecting by the product name, quantity, right? These are all the we are using the lightning edit form. Actually this is we are using the lightning edit form. This is the one of the lightning data service. And another data service also we are utilized here. Once we have to select the product name, product na, here automatically populated by the product price. This is the record form we are using for that fetch the record information purpose. So as much as we are trying to less code we are returning into the Apex class side, most of the code we are writing into the LWC side only. Very less code we are written in the Apex class. So without using the Apex class, how we are going to fetch the information and display to the here with the help of the record form, we are using the this one. And here we are using the record form. This is on the record form onload we are getting by the price information. This is the here. And record view form also we have to display by the some information. If you want to display by some information, this is the displaying purpose. We are using the record view form. But fetch the pricing purpose. This price we are populating the here. That purpose we are using the record form. So here how to utilize the record form as well. Record view form, record edit form. And one more thing, how we are going to call our Apex class imperative. When we enter by the phone number, then only we are getting the information from the database, right? Imperatively calling by the our Apex class. And how to pass the data from the JS to our Apex class, parameterized methods. So this is also we are going to learn how to pass the data from the LWC JS to Apex class, and how to use it by the JavaScript properties. We have to define by the some properties na, and collections also list to how we are going to add it by our data into the in this list, right? One more product if we are added, automatically added to the in this list now. How to add by the data into the list, how to get the data from the list. Okay, these are all we are going to learn in this video, and how to clear by the input fields also properties values. So once you click on the add button, automatically here we have to clear this information. So how we are going to that is, and we are using the multiple methods in the JS side, client side controllers. How to call the one method to the another method. Some methods also we are passing the some parameters. How to pass the data from the one method to the another method. Okay, so this is also we are going to learn in this video, and how to create a record without using the Apex class. Initially we need to save it by the sales order record, right? Single record. So how we are going to created by the record without using the Apex class. Okay, so that is also we are going to learn in this. After creation of the that record ID, we have right. Why? Because when you are going to save the sales order line items, we need to map it by the parent ID. So that's why here we have to capture by the newly created record ID and map it to the that one into the in the sales order line items. So finally, we have to display by the show toast to message, success message we have to display now. How to use it for the show toast to events here. And we have to utilize by some CSS functionality also. We have to create by the new separate file for this, and how to utilize for the CSS. So these are all we are going to learn in this video. So many concepts will be the covered. So many topics will be the covered in this use case. Stay tuned for the next video, how we are going to develop to the this use case step by step. Thank you.